Welcome to Yoga, You and Judy. I am Judy, and today I have a class for you which is all about balance. So it's about finding our center of gravity, challenging our sense of balance, which is so important for stability, especially as we grow older. Balance is probably one of the most important skills to have because it will help us avoid falls, it will keep us stable on our feet, and it does require a good deal of coordination and core strength. So those are all the things we're going to work on today. And with that said, let's get started. Today, let's start with our feet about hip-width distance apart, feet firmly rooted in the ground, and just gently sway from side to side, trying to find your balance, trying to get a sense of your center of gravity. And you can close your eyes to make that a bit more challenging. We don't want to rock side to side with our hips like that, but we really want to keep our body straight, core engaged, and just gently swaying side to side, and then front to back. And just see whether you can find your balance here, and then maybe circle across your feet in one direction. And it can be quite challenging keeping your balance with your eyes closed, changing direction. And then gently open your eyes and come to stillness. Keep your hip bones pointing forward. You need your core engaged to keep doing that. And then just start circling your arms around you. This is a really nice exercise to loosen up your spine and your shoulders. And again, you will need core stability and a sense of balance, and then just start circling a bit higher, maybe going parallel to the floor, and always keeping your hips facing forward, and then even higher, coming into an upward diagonal with your arms, and then come to stillness again. And we're going to do some standing balances. So put all your weight in your left leg, and our right leg starts drawing circles of 8. Core engaged as we do that. And then let's do 8s in the other direction with our right leg. And switch to the other side. So right leg firmly planted. And let's start doing circles of 8 on the left. Try avoid leaning to the right side. Really just try to keep the right side of your body straight. And then let's reverse those circles of 8. And coming to stillness. Now we're just going to lift our right leg and we'll just hold it there. This is a nice challenge for your balance, but it also works the front of your thighs and your buttocks. And let's switch sides. It doesn't have to be super high. You just want to make sure that you feel the strength that you build here and the balance that gets challenged while doing this. And back to stillness. And now we're going to pull our elbow to knee on the side. So starting again on the right hand side, elbow to knee and down, elbow to knee and down. And let's just do 5 of these on each side. And the other side. And it requires both stability and core strength. And come to stillness. And then turning onto our side, we come onto our toes, arms go out front, and then we just slowly lower ourselves down. And then bring the hands to the ground, stretch your knees, and slowly roll up. And again, onto our toes, arms out, lower it down, hands on the floor, stretch it out, and roll up. And one last time, onto our toes, lowering all the way down, hands on the floor, and stretch it out. And this time we're going to lower ourselves all the way down to tabletop. So up on your toes, arms out, and slowly lower down, coming into a tabletop position where your shoulders are stacked over your wrists and your hips over your knees. In tabletop, we're starting with some cat-cow stretches to warm up our spine. So on an inhale, you point your tailbone up, head up, exhale, push the floor away, round your back. Inhale, arch your back, look up. Exhale, round, push the floor away. And just keep doing a few of those in line with your own breath. And one last time, inhale and exhale, round your back. And come back into a neutral position. We're going to do the same knee to elbow that we did standing. So we stretch out right arm, left leg. Inhale as you pull forward and back. Exhale as you bring knee to elbow. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale. And again, do that with your own breath. Inhale as you stretch out. Exhale as you pull together. And one more on this side. And release. We're going to do the same on the other side. So stretch out the left arm, right leg. Inhale, stretch it forward and back. Exhale, pull it together. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, together. And keep doing that in your own rhythm. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, together. And one last time. And release down to tabletop. And then we're going to tuck our toes and we're going to lift the knees off the floor and we just hover here for a bit. And that is a nice way to build some strength. So push into your hands, round your upper back slightly and just hold it there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then push it back into downward facing dog. So first, let's get comfortable in this downward facing dog. Walk your legs, warming up those hamstrings, the back of your legs. And then you might want to twist from side to side, rolling to the outer edges of your feet, stretching out the side of your body. And then just find some stillness in your downward facing dog. Hands firmly pushing into the floor and your belly drawing towards your thighs. Now, find your balance here and then we're going to lift the right hand and the left leg. So maybe step your right leg a bit more in the middle, your left hand a bit more in the middle, and then lifting your leg and your right arm and back down. And we're doing the same with the right leg and the left arm. Find your balance here. And release back down to downward facing dog. From our downward facing dog, we shift forward into plank, and you might have to walk your hands a little bit forward for that. So in your plank, your shoulders are above your wrists, your fingers firmly gripping into the floor, pushing the floor away, and you have one straight line from your head to your heels. And then we're going to do some shoulder taps. So right hand taps on the left shoulder and back. Left hand, right shoulder and back. And we'll just do 10 of those shoulder taps, trying to keep the rest of your body as still as possible as you do that. And the last 2. And then very slowly lower your body down, placing your forearms on the mat with your shoulders stacked above your elbows, coming into a Sphinx pose. And here, let's just briefly find our alignment. So your elbows are pushing firmly into the floor, almost like pushing the floor away. They pull towards your feet, and the front of your body is pointing forward, like your chest is pulling forward. And then let's take an inhale here, and on the next exhale, twist to the right, looking over our right shoulder. Inhale back. Exhale, look over the left shoulder. Inhale back. And then let's push into a forearm plank. And then we turn onto our right side, coming into a forearm side plank. You can bring your arm up and just hold that for a moment. And then if you want to challenge your balance a little bit more, bring your right leg forward, your left leg, and back into a side plank, and back into your Sphinx. Once again, take an inhale, and on an exhale, look over your right shoulder. Inhale back to center, exhale over left shoulder, back to center, and we're going to do our forearm plank, side plank on the left. So push up into a forearm plank, and then twist over. The right arm goes up, and you can hold it here, or if you want to challenge your balance a bit more, lift the top leg, bring it forward, bring it back, and lower back down into your Sphinx pose. And from your Sphinx pose, we just push ourselves back into a child's pose and just rest here for a moment. And then breathe your body back up. Come onto your toes and slowly roll your body up to standing. Coming to the front of our mat, and we're going to continue with a little balancing sequence. At the front of our mat, we cross our right ankle just above the left knee. Right foot is flexed, and then we bring our hands together and just sink our hips down, coming into a balance position. Focus on one spot in front of you or on the floor to try and keep your balance. And then breathing the right leg up and stepping it back into a lunge position, bringing our arms up beside our ears. kneeling down, our arms go into a cactus shape, and then we twist open to the left. Extend your arms, and then bring them back up. And then we push ourselves up back into a lunge. Bring our right knee up with us and place the right sole of the foot on the inside of the left knee, coming into a tree pose. You can bring your arms up or in front of your heart center. And then one last transition from here to challenge our balance. Bringing our hands together in front of heart center and then pushing our right leg back parallel to the floor, coming into a warrior 3. You can always put your fingertips on the floor if you struggle to hold your balance here. And back to standing. Let's just roll our shoulders back a bit and maybe breathe in and stretch your chest upward, your chin up, your gaze up, and release. And then we're going to do the same sequence on the other side. So the left ankle goes just above the right knee, hands in front of heart center, and we just slowly sink down into a balance here. And then inhale your left leg up with you and step it back into a lunge, arms coming up. And then we lower the back foot, arms come out in a cactus shape, and we twist to the right. Extend your arms out. And then arms back up. Push ourselves back up into a lunge. Bringing our left leg up. Placing the sole of the left foot on the inside of the right thigh. Holding our tree pose for a moment. And then hands come together in front of heart center. And the left leg goes back, coming into a warrior 3 balance. Find a spot on the floor to focus on, or you can always bring your fingertips down and then release, coming back to standing. We come once again onto our toes, arms out in front of us, and then we lower ourselves down and coming into a seated position, into a boat pose. So we want to keep our back straight, our lower legs are parallel to the floor, and our hands point upwards with our arms stretched out by the sides of our legs. And then we bring both hands on one side, palms facing each other, and to the other side. And we just do that to a count of at 14, doesn't really matter, you just want to challenge both your balance and your core strength a little bit with this exercise. And then back with your hands facing up by the side of your knees. And now we're going to roll from side to side. Just very, very gently, trying to bring your knees a bit closer to the floor. And again, this challenges both balance, but also core strength. And one last push here, bringing right elbow to left knee, left elbow, right knee, and we do 10 of these. And let's relax. Roll on your back, knees pulling into the chest, and just gently rock from side to side for a moment. And then we bring our hands behind our thighs, and we just rock back and forth a bit. You don't want your toes to touch the mat, but you want to catch your balance just before that happens. And then come into a seated position with your legs stretched out in front of you. We'll take the right leg and bring the sole of the foot on the outside of the left thigh. And then we wrap our left arm around our right knee, breathe up our right arm, and gently twist, looking over our right shoulder. And on each inhale, try to grow a bit taller, keeping your spine straight. And on an exhale, twist a bit further. And release. We're going to do the same stretch on the other side. So the left sole of the foot comes to the outside of the right thigh. Right arm hugs the left knee. Breathe in our left arm and exhale as we twist over the left shoulder. Inhale, grow taller, and exhale, twist a bit further to the back. And release, bringing the soles of your feet together in front of you, holding on to them with your hands, and then just allow your head to sink down, allow your back to round, and just relax here for a moment. And that is the end of our workout to challenge our balance a little bit. I hope you enjoyed this class. If you did, please subscribe to Yoga, You and Judy, and I hope to see you again very soon. Have a beautiful day.